They've had a really tough schedule. They've got quality wins. They got a guy making unbelievable. He's having a career night against you. We haven't seen that night in and night out. I think what happens to us sometimes we lull into maybe not as sharp as we need to be on the defensive end, and we can't. As a coaching staff, we got to make sure that we don't allow that. But and as a player, I bring that up. It's just and all of a sudden guys are making the shots that he's making, Blewett was making, and your players aren't used to that happening to you in your conference at night in and night out. You got to step it up. But Marshall did it. And the guys, you got to give the guys credit. They stepped up their defense in the second half. If we make free throws, we win going away. But, if I was 6'3" and had 2 good knees, I probably wouldn't be coaching.
I would like to have you comment on a quiet soldier out there in my mind, Gary Clark. He gets a double-double.
Well, he's playing hurt too, Chuck, which
yes.
Our fans don't know. Gary hadn't practiced. Got hurt 5 minutes into practice on Monday and did not practice all week. I held him out until the game today. I didn't know I had a whole separate game plan going into 2 o'clock practice on game day. Because if I thought he was dragging his ankle, he wasn't going to play tonight because our season's just too long. We got too much to accomplish, hopefully, later in the year. So I was fully prepared to not play him tonight.
35 minutes is what he ended up.
He didn't limp one time. I didn't see him dragging it one time. So he gutted it out. I think we did a good job by pulling him and resting him. And letting his ankle heal. But, Gary does a lot of things for us, and he always does.
That was the most beautiful play he's made since he's been here.
Which one?
His full 360 turn for a layup in the first half at the opposite end. If you can remember.
Yeah, we scored 86 points, 5 guys in double figures. 30. Here you go. These are your kind of stats, Chuck, because you were a big man coach. Were you 34 to 12 points in the paint?
Yes, I saw that.
And 30 to 4 second chance points. So the only reason they're in the game is a 3-point shot. And you got to give Blewett credit. We've got to continue to evolve. We've been actually much better this year at defending the 3-point line. But we had a lot of guys step up and play, which has been my rally cry to our team all year, that coaching is overrated. My job's organization. Their job's to beat their man, get fouled, score, kick it out, and shoot it in. And we got guys that can do it. And just trying to pump confidence into these guys that if they play smart, play together, and have good spacing, and just share the ball, that we've got a lot of firepower on the offensive end. And everybody saw tonight what I saw when I recruited Jaron Cumberland for the last 3 years. Because Antoine Jackson did a great job identifying him, and obviously I was, with him being local and the spring and the summers, chasing him around, making sure he knew how bad we wanted him. I saw him play a lot of games. And I'm talking about games where everybody in the game was a top 50 player. And the games got like tonight. And he did tonight what I saw him do when I recruited him. He got better when the game got bigger.
Mm-hmm. Took it on his own shoulders a couple of times.
Yes.
Late.
He got better when the game got bigger, and that's what I saw. That's why everybody wanted him. When they saw that, people tried to jump in there heavy and get him late. Big heavy hitters. Fortunately, we were able to sell him on coming here and playing in front of his family, and and his parents believing in toughness. So and the coach being hard on him, so that won in our favor. But he really stepped it up. But I want to say this before I forget: I was never been happier for Troy than the shot he made to win the game. Top of the key, ISO, one-on-one.
Right.
I wanted to give him that moment when I saw the clock going down. He's done so much for our program. That's a shot he'll have that one on the iPad forever for his kids. That's a big time shot there.
Right.
What you joked before this game about being sick of the former players calling you, bothering you about this game. You'll be looking forward to those phone calls now.
Well, I thought, Herb Jones and Corey Blunt gave a talk to the team yesterday, and Herb, he went straight to the scouting report. You'll love it, Chuck. Herb Jones he said, you can't let number 5 shoot. He went to numbers. He even knew numbers. He goes, can't let number 5 shoot. No matter what we do, don't let number 5 shoot. He's in the locker room in there with them guys going, he's messing with them right now. What did I tell you? Herb came with a straight scouting report. It was amazing. I mean, and he was right on the money. But, you know, like I said, you got to give Blewett credit. He couldn't have played much better.
That's a game that he will not duplicate. But when you look at the Bearcats, you have to walk away saying, my kids laid it on the floor this evening.
Well, what Dan said, you know, again, you missed 19 free throws. You know, it's usually hard to win when you miss 19 free throws. Number one, the other team makes 15 threes, and you still win. But I tell the guys in there, it's because of defense. 26% in the second half and 20 deflections. You know, you got to always go back to find a way to get some stops. They're a hard team to defend. They got 2 guys probably going to play in the NBA, and Sumner and Blewett at some point, some level. But again, it's a player's game. We had a lot of guys step up tonight and produce. Jacob, we haven't even mentioned. You know, he's our leading scorer with 21 points. And we played the whole game with only 8 turnovers, Chuck. I thought that was big. Because they're awesome in transition. And for the most part, we kept Sumner out of transition.
I was really pleasantly surprised you could dominate the game inside like you did, but that belonged to Cincinnati.
Well, you got to throw out Nasir Brooks, too.
Yes.
He came in and gave us a lot of defense, 2 big buckets off the offensive glass, and he's going to be a great player for us in time.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you, guys. I want to thank all our fans. They were awesome.
Official attendance listed as 13,477. So I guess with the new suite area that's been built, the first part of the expansion and the renovation here at Fifth Third Arena, the capacity has grown. And Cincinnati has a new record crowd.
Well, it's my understanding that you bought 4 seats up there. Is that correct?
I did buy 4 seats. They weren't up in that section.
I see.
My wife and son and 2 friends were here tonight, and they enjoyed a great game.
Okay.
Cincinnati.
You're still smiling, and I'm proud of you. You did a great job with the broadcast.
We always get together after this game every year, and it'll be nice to be celebrating for a change instead of crying into our beer.
Isn't that the truth?
Final score, Cincinnati 86, Xavier 78. Our post-game coverage continues in just a moment on News Radio 700 WLW.